Hey guys! Today I'm gonna show you how I made this super cute Ditto plush! And I know Ditto might not be everyone's favorite, but he's so adorable. Like, he's squishy and blobby and purple, and look at this face. Who could say no to this face? So I'm gonna show you how to make this, and it's cool because you can use it as either a pillow or a hugging plush. And if you're a Pokemon Go fan or just a Pokemon fan in general, then I think you will really enjoy this. So let's get started with the supplies. So we're gonna need some purple fleece, some black felt, thread of course, scissors, some pins to hold everything together, and a cat. Stuffing, some plushy stuffing, and that's it. And no, you don't need a cat. Cat, go away. So, to start this off, we're gonna take the purple fleece and fold it in half. That way, when you cut it out, you're gonna have the front half and the back half cut, and they're gonna be equal and the same and whatnot. So I started by drawing out this Ditto shape. You can make your Ditto any shape you like, it is yours. And then, making it the same width as the Ditto body, you want to cut a football shape. And this football shape is for the bottom. So it's going to make it so Ditto has, you know, a bigger booty, I guess? A bigger bottom than top, because, you know, he's more of like a blobby shape. So that's what that little football shape on the bottom is going to do. Now, when you're cutting out the football shape, you only want to do it on one piece of fabric. You don't want to have it double layered like we did for the rest of the body. So, to work on the face, we're going to take the black felt and I'm going to cut a strip out and just round off the edges to make Ditto's mouth. Then for his eyes, I'm going to take a piece of felt and fold that in half. That way, when I cut out one circle, I'm going to get two equal eyes out of that. Because, you know, you don't want a derpy Ditto. Unless you do want a derpy Ditto, then go for it. It's probably going to be adorable. Now, we're going to take that second layer from the body and put that away for now. And I'm going to start sewing on the face. And so that things don't move around on me, I'm going to pin it all in place exactly where I want it. I'm sorry, Ditto, don't look at me like that. It's okay, guys. He feels no pain. You can also use a sewing machine to do this, but because these shapes are pretty small, I figured hand sewing would be the easiest method rather than trying to get really sharp turns on your sewing machine. But if you're skilled like that, man, go for it. Kudos to you. So, now I have his face all sewn on. Both eyes and the mouth. Ta-da! And we're gonna bring back that piece, which is his back, and we're going to pin these together. Now it's very important that you pin it so Ditto's face is sandwiched in between the two pieces. So you don't want to see his eyes or mouth. That's gonna be in the middle of the layer. Very important. Sandwich. Remember, sandwich. Then I'm just gonna go pin all the way around the sides so that it doesn't wiggle when I'm sewing it. Because, you know, Ditto likes to wiggle. Then, for the bottom half, I'm gonna take that football shape and pin it in. So, of course, one side of the football shape will go to the front half of the body. And we take the other half of the football shape and pin that to the back half. As you can see, I kind of cut my football shape a little wonky, but that's okay. After I pinned it all in place, I just went back and cut off the extra with the scissors. The next step is to sew the pieces together. So I started by sewing all the way around the edges of Ditto's body. Make sure you don't sew your fingers in there. that would probably hurt. Now, once you get the sides done, you're going to start working on the base of it. So, I sewed one half of the football and went all the way straight down the edge. And what you're going to do for the second half of the football is you need to leave a gap. So, knowing that there was going to be an opening, I purposely left it in the back so that it wasn't so visible once it was done. So, what I did was I sewed probably a little more than halfway down one side, turned it around, and then sewed the other corner. And like I said, I left the gap probably around 3 or 4 inches wide. Then, using that gap, I flipped Ditto inside out. So now you can see his face again! He's so happy! And I got all the stuffing in there. Now, this is up to you how stuffy you want to make your Ditto. You can make him super duper stuffy like a plush, or you can make it kind of, you know, a little fluffy but kind of flat so you can use him as a pillow. I ended up making him a little bit flat so I can use him as a pillow, but he was still super snuggly, huggable, so it worked for me. Now, for that hole, what we're going to do is you're going to make a ladder stitch, which is also known as an invisible stitch, and sew the hole shut. It's called a ladder stitch because if you look at it, the thread going across the fabric looks like rungs on a ladder. But it's also called the invisible stitch because if you do it correctly, the thread is invisible and it just looks like, you know, you can't see the seam or anything, as opposed to doing like an overhand stitch or whatnot. And I just knotted it off, and your Ditto should be done. Ta-da! So this is the Ditto. I really like how it came out, and I actually had a friend come over after I finished it, and she also liked it. So I suggest you guys try this out. It's not super difficult, and I think you get a really good looking plush in the end. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.